Something that I forgot to talk about over this press conference week between Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford for some of the things that were said, right? And I heard some things that were said from Errol Spence and Derrick James that kind of left me scratching my head a little bit. Errol Spence said that Danny Garcia is pretty much the best counterpuncher in the world. Yeah, check it out.
Man, everybody got counterpunching. I mean, Danny Garcia the best counterpuncher in the world. I mean, he got highlight reel knockout counterpunching, ability, especially with his left foot. And, I cancel that out, so I'm not too much worried about it.
And I don't know if I agree. Danny Garcia is known as a counterpuncher, but the best in the world. Look, when Errol fought Danny was at 147. And what do we know about Danny at 147? Danny really didn't do much at 147. He really didn't. Danny is going to be known for his run, his great run at 140 pounds. 147 pounds, while he may have been in there with guys like Spence and Porter and Thurman, he didn't get the victory against these guys. So, yeah, the best counterpuncher in the world, I don't know. Right? I don't know if I agree with that, Errol. I don't know if you fought enough counterpunchers. I don't know if you fought enough twitchy counterpunchers, guys that's going to be moving on their feet, guys that can move on their feet, guys that's going to be punching with you. Not guys that's just going to just stand there and let you kind of pound on them, right? And there's something else that I saw that Derrick James said, right? When asked about the Crawford-Porter fight, as we know, they share common opponents, and Kell Brook and Sean Porter. And for Terence Crawford, he doesn't get no credit for the fight against Sean Porter. For whatever reason, he just don't get no credit for it. And I remember, we got all the videos, got the whole playlist on Bushido Boxing. Go subscribe to Bushido Boxing. We still over there, right? We do live streams there. But these guys wanted, they was telling Crawford that he had to fight Porter. Crawford didn't even want to fight Porter for real. That was his boy. He didn't really, And then he fights Porter finally, right? And then he beats Porter the way he does. And now, check out what Derrick James had to say.
Spence versus Porter to Crawford versus Porter. Obviously, two different eras, two different times, years and everything like that. What did you see in that fight from Crawford versus Porter that you guys went like, you know what? We should have done that during that fight against Porter in 2019? Or work on?
Porter's father stopped the fight. And then I didn't even watch the fight. I saw the fight live, and I was watching as a fan of boxing. And so I really haven't even watched it like that.
Now, after hearing what Derrick had to say, it's like, Derrick, are you watching footage on this guy? Are you watching tape on this guy? Like, what are we doing here? Right? Like, what are we doing? You didn't even watch the fight. Derrick James seemed to... I don't know if it's like, I don't want to say he don't like Crawford, but it just seemed like it's almost like, man, he ain't that good, man. Man, he ain't all that, man, like they say, man. Like some shit like that, right? But Derrick James, you didn't watch no footage on this dude. You didn't really watch the fight, bro. Like, what are we talking about? Kenny Porter threw in the towel, so you can't tell us how to break it down. Now, when Derrick James is in that corner with his fighters, he's a strategist, right? He's very thorough with his breakdowns, and he really knows how to get his fighter out of a tight situation, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? But when it comes to asking about Terence Crawford, he don't seem to have any answers. Derrick James don't seem to not have any answers for Terence Crawford. That's just what it looks like, you guys. I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm just saying that's what it looks like. I mean, how you not watching no footage on this dude, bro? I think he capping, bro. You had to have been watching footage. Errol Spence himself said he loves boxing. He's actually a fan of Crawford. They both say they fans of each other. He said he be watching all of it. He the dude that's on the toilet watching boxing. All right, that's what Spence said. So he's always watching boxing. He be watching these videos that the fans be making on YouTube. He be watching what he be watching this stuff, right? So is Derrick James watching this stuff? I don't really think he is. But then again, I don't know. Like that's just kind of weird to me. But whatever the case, I can't wait to see how this thing goes down. I still question. Is Errol Spence truly prepared for the style of Terence Bud Crawford? I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. Check you guys out on the next one. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.